After watching True Detective Night Country's first episode, I was almost convinced the dead scientists used to run a prostitution ring at their research facility, and they had killed Annie Kay when she found out about it. But this theory didn't explain who would kill the scientists in return, and why the board in the research center would say, "We are all dead." After carefully rewatching the episode, I came up with another theory that actually makes much more sense and explains a lot of the stuff that we've seen, such as the hallucinations and some of the other supernatural elements like the caribou jumping off the cliff. Let's get into it. Before I delve into the theory, let me remind you what this season's showrunner said her inspiration for Night Country was. In the True Detective podcast, she primarily mentioned the Dyatlov Pass incident of 1959, where a group of hikers were found dead in the snow, some of them half naked and some of them without certain body parts, like a tongue and eyes. 9 hikers had a tent set up, but they were all found dead outside in insufficient clothing. So fleeing from a safe space into the snow is quite a parallel, as the researchers in True Detective left their station all of a sudden too. Although the official reports for the Dyatlov Pass incident state that the group left their tent in panic due to an upcoming avalanche, there are many theories arguing that their location did not have any risk of an avalanche at that moment, and that there was no proof of an avalanche happening in the area. One major theory argues that the hikers left their tent due to infrasound, which is known to cause panic, psychosis, and hysteria. Now, this incident is a big inspiration for True Detective Season 4. You can see how something might have caused the researchers to panic and leave their station all of a sudden. We saw that panic and fear in one researcher who was trembling, so something happened to the researchers that caused them to run in fear. One scene in the trailer for the rest of the season shows that the dead scientists had self-inflicted bite wounds, which indicates that they were acting crazy and might have even caused their own death. Here's what happened. If you remember, Annie Kay's brother told Navarro that the water turned bad 3 days ago, right around the time the researchers disappeared from their facility. I'm guessing while mining through the ice, they found some form of ancient bacteria or something similar that decontaminated the water. Perhaps this decontamination happened because of the mining organization that has been funding the researchers' work. When Annie Kay found out about the organization's pollution of water, she was killed because of that. As you remember, she was a local activist. My theory is that since the researchers were the ones who worked directly with the ice and the water, they were the ones who were directly affected by the bacteria. One of the researchers was even an expert in paleomicrobiology, which makes this theory more powerful. They encountered something in the water. I'm assuming it was a form of psychogenic bacteria or something like mercury that caused hallucinations and strange episodes, as it is known that heavy metal poisoning leads to tremors and hallucinations. This would also explain the writing on the board. They probably thought they were going to die after seeing the effects of the bacteria. I should also stop here to refer back to the Dyatlov Pass incident. One of the other theories about the cause of death for the hikers was ergot poisoning from eating rye and the resulting hallucinations, as the group was known to have purchased bread from their previous location. So, the theme of getting poisoned from eating or drinking something and having hallucinations as a result could also work for Night Country. Being exposed to the water would also explain the major supernatural elements in the first episode. For example, the caribou at the beginning. They drank the water that had the bacteria in question, and having been directly exposed to it might have caused them to act in shock and kill themselves. I truly believe that scene also symbolized how the researchers died as well, in pain and panic, maybe trying to get rid of the symptoms by biting themselves or pulling their eyes and tongues out. As for the hallucinations in town, Rose in a similar way was exposed to a wolf as she was cutting it. I'm assuming the wolf would also have direct exposure to the source of water, and through that, Rose could have seen hallucinations of Travis. The bacteria causing hallucinations theory would also explain why Navarro saw that polar bear. She saw the animal after brushing her teeth by using the water at her boyfriend's house, or why her sister would see someone in her room even though the police said the doors and the windows were shut from the inside. She was hallucinating about someone. One thing I cannot explain though is how the tongue of Annie Kay ended up in the kitchen of the research facility. If you have any theories about that, please share them with me in the comments below. By the way, I've seen theories about Travis being Rust's father, as Rust was from Alaska and he said his father's name was Travis. He also said some stuff about his father believing in weird stuff or acting weirdly. Tell me what you think about this possibility. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to next season for more videos like this. See you soon.